often hear my mother's voice in my head. Oh my goodness, Lois, if you wear that, they are gonna think you are absolutely crazy. Lois, if you do that, I will be really mortified. I could absolutely hear my mother's voice in my head a few weeks ago when I went for my run on Sanitas Mountain. It was the day before we were leaving to go back to the south of France for my children's spring holiday. And I was feeling somehow a little bit anxious about the trip. I really wanted to go to the top of the mountain and meditate with my tree. I have this tree meditation practice, and I talk to the tree on Sanitas quite often. And I got to the top of the mountain, and there was this guy sitting on the bench right next to my tree. I suddenly heard my mother's voice. Oh my goodness, Lois, you aren't thinking about meditating with that tree, with that man there. He is gonna think you are absolutely mad. She did have a point. I felt a little bit like a fool, but at the same time, I had just run all the way up the mountain, and I was not gonna leave without meditating with my tree. And so I thought, if I make myself really small and quiet, maybe he won't notice that I'm there. So I wait for my breath to calm a little bit, and I tiptoe up to the tree, coming from the side to make sure he couldn't see me. And I take my head and I put it against the branch, and I put my arm around the tree, and I'm totally entangled with the tree, as I always do. And I could feel my heart racing, and I could feel my face a little flushed with embarrassment. I tried to take my feet and put them on the roots of the tree, trying to ground myself. I felt a little bit like I was standing naked on a street corner. And I was just starting to think, okay, has this guy seen me yet? Like, maybe he really does think I'm crazy to be hugging this tree. I didn't dare look because I didn't want my eyes to meet his. And then suddenly I heard him say hi. And I thought, oh my God, he's talking on his mobile phone. How irritating. And then I heard him say, you might think this is really weird, but I just got the call that I'm supposed to play something for you. I thought, oh my God, he's gonna play something to this person on the phone. I'm gonna have to leave and find another tree to meditate. And just as I was thinking that I was gonna have to move, I hear this amazingly beautiful meditation playing. I kind of peer out from underneath the branch and realize that he's taken his phone and put it at the end of the bench, and that it's facing face up. It still took me a few more moments to realize that he was actually playing it for me. As I started to listen to it, the words were actually touching me very deep in my soul, and I started crying. I've got my head down and I'm crying. And the more that I realized that this guy is playing this for me, I start crying even harder. And then when it stops, I think, oh my God, what do I do now? I heard my mother's voice say, oh, you aren't thinking about letting that complete stranger see that you are crying. And then I thought, I really want to thank that guy. I know Mom would approve of that. And so I emerge from the tree, and I walk up to him and I say, hi, my name is Lois, and the tears are still coming down. And I said, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much. And he says, oh yeah, my name's Matthew, and you're welcome. And with that, I throw my arms around this man, and I start crying and hugging him. And he goes, can't you see? The whole meditation was about opening the heart and feeling the love. And so he starts going, can't you feel the love? And I said, yes, I feel the love. And we're standing there crying, and we're both going, this is such a magical moment. And then almost at the same time, we both realized that we felt like complete fools. We were standing at the top of Sanitas with a complete stranger saying, I love you so much. And so he felt foolish. He ran off, and I finished meditating with my tree. And then I ran down Sanitas, and just about that time I thought, my God, I didn't get that guy's number. I don't know what the meditation was. And almost on cue, I kind of feel that Matthew's there, and I turn around and Matthew's running down the mountain, and I go, Matthew, stop! I need your number. So Matthew stops, and he gives me his number, and I said, Matthew, what was that meditation? It was so beautiful. He said it was the last prayer in the Four Agreements, the book, The Four Agreements, which is actually one of my favorite books. And he said, the crazy thing is, I've never heard that prayer before, but I got a really clear sign I was supposed to play it for you. And I said, Matthew, can you imagine how crazy that was? That you overrode your fear of being a fool and played the meditation. And I overrode this voice in my head saying, oh my goodness, Lois, you are not going to be so foolish as to meditate with that tree. Thank God I didn't listen to my mom this time.